Well, I called it. Hello everybody, my name is Guzman, and welcome back to another Pokemon Sun episode with you guys. Today guys, we're going to be tackling episode 137. Yeah, 137. Guzman the Undefeated, I believe the title was, I think, or I forgot. Whatever. It's the good finale stuff, and so let's get on to the summary. Now, well, before I get on, yes, we know, me, Trey, and everyone else in our community knows about the next direction the Pokemon series is gonna go tackle, which we will talk about. We'll talk about it, but we've just been busy, and I actually got sick on Monday, so I legit got sick on yesterday, time of this recording. So yeah, feeling better now though. So that's one good thing. But we'll talk about the the Pokemon franchise series for Gen 8 when we get there, or either A, we'll talk about when we on Friday, or B, we'll just wait till we get a poster, like a trailer, so we can fully analyze it or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, let's get started with this review. So this episode, the episode basically resumes on where the last episode left off. Guzman snapped at Golisopod, and Torcat is still ready to gear up to go fight, and when they start duking it out, Golisopod winds up defeating Torcat in probably one of the most gruesome ways I've seen a Pokemon beat a Pokemon. Since, I want to say, I guess Sinnoh, when Paul beat Pikachu with the Ursaring, when, because Ursaring used Hammer and literally swung Pikachu to the lake. I thought that was kind of brutal. And then the Drapion stuff during the Sinnoh League. But yeah, this one like one of the gruesome ways like Pokemon to go down, kind of, if you ask me. So yeah, Torgat goes down, and when Torgat goes down, we get some lore with Guzman. We learn that like he always loses to Kukui, and that's why he pretty much disbanded and went to make Team Skull, and he just picks on the weakling. So basically, he's a school bully. He's just a school bully who got bullied, but the character then knew he was bullying him, and then he's bullying like little kids, and yeah, that's pretty much how I view it. That's pretty much how I view it. He's just a bully for the sake of being bullied, but whatever. Well, I'm not gonna lie, it is an interesting concept. He's supposed to be apparently he's supposed to be like the representation of Ash if he went into this route. Was like he lost all the time, so Ash is like he would have been like Ash would have been like Guzman, but I don't think Ash is supposed to be like the shining light character. So yeah. Anyways, Pikachu goes in. And when Pikachu goes in, they begin fighting. The fight looks good. Like, the fight looks good. There's one moment I know a lot of people don't like, but I like this moment because it shows how brutal Guzman could truly be. And plus, I like moments like this in Pokemon. Not just in Pokemon, but in anime. Pikachu felt pain. Pikachu legit had, like holding its stomach and was all in pain. And a lot of people were like, I don't like that. Me personally, I like it. Okay, I'm not saying I hate Pikachu, because that's like, you like seeing Pikachu in pain? No. It's painful, but I'm supposed to feel the pain. Like, for example, in Dragon Ball Z, when Videl was getting beaten up by Spopovich, I felt her pain when she was getting beaten up, up to the point where she was crying. And then in freaking in Pokemon doing the Galactic stuff, I felt the pain with Krogan and Chimchar got hit by Toxicroak's needle arm thing. So it's like, I like seeing those moments because I feel the pain too. Like, moments like this, I like seeing in Pokemon a lot, because Pokemon is known for to be like this kid-friendly stuff. They never have like slow moments nowadays. Nowadays, it's just fast, and I'm okay. I like the fastness too, but sometimes I like seeing the impact too. So yeah, I like this moment just to show off how brutal Guzman could be. Like, the Pokemon series is not always supposed to be light and happy going, even though we tackled serious stuff beforehand in the series, specifically Sun and Moon. That's one thing I'll give credit to Sun and Moon. They have done a good job tackling, like, death and dark topics a lot. So, there's a point for XQ, Sun and Moon. You did something that, I will admit, X and Y couldn't really deal with, for real. We dealt with snippets, but we never had, like, a full-fledged plot on it. But anyways, so after that, Pikachu still is able to fight, and like the fight resumes on. Golisopod starts. Well, no, not Golisopod. I think Guzman's just like saying like some crap to Ash, going like, "Oh, I'll win" or something like that. I don't know. It's been a while since I saw the episode, so I should have rewatched it before I did a review. But whatever. Anyways, actually, maybe Pikachu actually wanted going for the Z one. I'm glad. I'm glad they're going for the Giga Ball Heavy and not that bullshitty Z. Because I swear to God, if I see that bullshitty Z, that's gonna be the biggest FU to me, and will probably determine my opinion on this league. So I'm just giving I'm going to say this right now. I don't like Pikachu MZ at all whatsoever. I feel like it's a WX Machina. It feels to me it's just here for the plot. There's no explanation why we got that Z move or how. If anything, I'll get onto the how I felt like they should have handled that Z move at the end of the review. But moving on, Gallipoli withstood it, and it shows that Gallipoli wants to win this for Guzman, and I'll give it credit. It's showing percent for Guzman and Gallipoli, like how much these two been through a lot. And like how Guzman's always like this character, like, oh, if you start losing, you're just gonna wimp out, like Gillespie type deal. Which, okay then, I guess. So yeah. So afterwards, Gillespie keeps on fighting for Guzman, and we wind up getting that one ending song, the ending song before Type Wild remix, or the Type Wild Sun and Moon edition came out, Heartbreak of Notes, I think it's called. Which was a weird musical choice. I get why they chose that song in particular. It's supposed to be like a moment for like Guzman and Ash to share, like, oh, who's gonna make the finals type moment, because these two have lost their leagues here and there. So yeah, the final clash happens between Iron Tail and Liquidation, and Gillespie goes down. Once Gillespie goes down, Guzman basically walks up to Gillespie, he turns in, just walks off. Before he walks out of the stadium, though, Kukui wanted to say, yo, I can't wait to see you in the next league. Walks out, all Team Skull's there, he's all like, yo, sorry, you guys don't want to leave, and it's the generic shit I knew it was gonna happen. Oh, we want to be as strong as you now, Guzman. Yeah, so let's move in, and I forgot to mention, Guzman was having this moment where like he remembered back of all the fights he had, and like he said like the one phrase everyone's been waiting for him to say, "What's wrong with you, Guzman?" Okay, I wanted to mention that real quick because that's a key point. I don't know why people want to. I guess it's just because it's a meme. It's just a stupid meme. Okay, that's literally all it is. They just wanted him to say a stupid meme. Anyways. So yeah, Ash and Glenn are going to duke it out in the finals. This is the last time we see Guzman. Which sucks. Fucking sucks. A waste of potential. Anyways, Ash preps up to get ready to battle. Guyon preps up to get ready to battle. Kukui's is apparently has Boning. And Kukui's all like, today's the final day. They're here. They're at the finals. A handicap finals, mind you. I don't care. I was still going to say I still want a 6v6. Because this league, to me, this league has been handicapped. Okay, this league is a handicap. Sorry, excuse for a league. And I'm not gonna sit here and just like, oh, he made it this far, but what cost for real? But anyways, the episode basically ends with Kukui basically pumped up because, like, you know, his dream to see a finals, a very small finals, mind you. There's not even a 6v6 fight. It's just a 4v4 apparently, which to me that sounds stupid as hell, but whatever. So yeah, that there is the episode summary. So let me just get on to good stuff. It's a good fight. It's a good fight. I like the animation. The song choices were pretty interesting. They were silent and good strategy from Ash. You know, generic Ash shit. Okay, enough of this. Let's get on to like the stuff I'm really upset about. First off, they rushed Guzman's development. They rushed Guzman's development to a T, and I'm not gonna sit here and accept this bullshit. If you ask me, I felt like they should introduce Guzman way early on. Then on the episode they decided to say, yo, we're gonna have a league, get ready, and then Guzman gets pissed on. I felt like we should have moments. And yes, I know people are gonna say, but Team Skull always appear on time. I don't give a shit about Team Skull at all. I don't care about what's his face. I don't care about Fat Boy, and I don't care of what's her face, the bitch. I don't care what her name is. I don't care. I'm just doing it the bitch. Okay, I don't care about those characters at all for real. Especially like the main male one, because his whole thing was like, oh, I couldn't get laid because the element got laid. I'm like, wait, really, really, really? You expect me to like feel something like that for real? No, fuck you. Get lost. I want Guzman. And then when Guzman does appear, it's an interesting concept having a villain in the league. But here's the issue: it was rushed, and here's how I'll go back to what I was saying. I felt like Guzman should have appeared earlier than in the episode they say, yo, we're gonna have a league. Because to me, that is freaking ridiculous as hell of how they had Guzman only appear for that one episode and they made him appear again for the league. That to me is kind of stupid. No, that is stupid. Because it's like you wasted this good potential for a character, a main villain character at that in the games to have a big threat. And what do you guys do? Oh, we just show him for one episode and then we move on to what? An episode with Lily Maguna? Really? Well, actually, I actually kind of like that episode. Actually, it was good development for Lily. But regardless, it bothers me how like this could have been good for Guzman. And it felt to me, we just rushed this just for what? Oh, we just want to get to the finals, which, yeah, whatever, fine, I get it. Also, Ash is in the finals for real. I'm sorry, I don't feel the same way how I did back in Carlos. And I think that's only because Ash made it to the finals beforehand. So here, I'm kind of used to it. Vibe. Like, I'm kind of used to this feeling already. It's kind of similar to the situation when, like, Ash made the top 4 in Carlos, where it was all like, I had the same feeling, but I felt like that could have been more reserved if we've seen the fight. And, yeah. Anyways, another issue I have, yes, I will say, it's wasted potential how Guzman could have been the finals instead of the same finals, but I see why they did that. I see why they did that, because they wanted to focus more on Guzman losing. Which, alright, fine, whatever, I get it, I guess. But it felt to me like he had like a little moment where he was about to walk out of the stadium after he lost the chance to be the champion, and Ash goes like, yo, let's have another match. And you know, the generic Ash shit. I would still not like it, but at least it'll be somewhat decent. But it's whatever. It's like it bothers me living how it's like they expect me to accept this type of rush development. You don't. This is not a good way to develop a main antagonist somewhat, and to you can't just rush development like this, especially for a character like Guzman. You need to start him out from the beginning, or at least midway at least, and then proceed on. Here, no, they're just like, oh, we'll just give him one episode, and then he'll appear again in the league. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you mean to tell me, like, you could have, like, moments where it's like, oh, we were doing our own stuff, but meanwhile Guzman is, like, doing something else? Like, really? Really, we gotta have like an episode. Say if Guzman appeared before the pony arc. Say he appeared before the pony arc. He meets Ash Neonis and he's on like, get out of my way, you're worthless. Battles Ash and then does his thing. Was like, oh, there's a part just go aboard our battling gap type deal. And Ash gets pissed off and he walks off. And then during the pony arc, Guzman appears again and challenges. And Ash challenges him again, going like, yo, this time I want to beat you fair and square, though. Brings out Sizzle, and Ash uses, I don't know, Torcat, I guess. I guess Torcat, and then Sizzle beats Torcat, causing Ash to like, get a little mad at Guzman for like treating Pokemon like that or something like that. And then do another thing when like Kukui announces the league, Guzman appears in the Pokemon school, Ash runs out, and Guzman's all like, oh, it's you type deal, and they have that battle, and in that battle Pikachu loses. Like, I feel like Pikachu could lose that fight, so that way Ash is motivated to beat Guzman. And then he appears again in another episode where we get some lore behind why he started Team Skull, and then appear in the league where we finally come into full circle. It'll still be rushed, but I feel like that could have been a good option. I feel like that could have been good potential But they didn't, because instead we had to wait for a fucking Rotom ass episode and freaking another, I don't know, freaking Sophocles bug episode. I don't know. Like, this to me felt like it had the most perfect potential to be something interesting, and they flopped it. Like, they fucked it up so badly, to me at least. And I know people are praising this episode. Me personally, I'm not praising this episode. When I'm praising this episode, good fight. Good looking fight. And that's unfortunately I've been saying for this league since the Sanuai stuff. Good looking fight. And to me, that's upsetting, because this league, to me, feels like the most forced and handicapped league I've ever seen in my life. And not even with the 1v1s, it's all the character growth and development that these characters had. Hell, to me, I would still say I prefer Cameron over Hell, because at least Cameron had good development, at least, and here's one thing Cameron did better. He at least stuck with the group after he lost. Granted, it was the last episode of the Universal League, but he still stuck around with the group. And he at least interacted with the other characters. What can we say for Gladion? Oh, Mimo has a crush on him now. Okay, really? Really? Like, this, one reason why I enjoy leagues is, yes, the battles, but I also like to see character interactions. Character interactions we never get to see often. Like, for example, in the Sinnoh League, when Paul called his brother before he and Ash had to duke it out, Dawn was in the room, overheard it, and her and Paul had like a talk when they were walking to go meet up with Ash, and Paul basically said that he doesn't like Ash because he reminds him too much of his brother. Like, Paul opened up to Dawn, which is good development when you remember the first thing Paul's words to Dawn were this: "Do I know you?" At the first gym when he won, and Dawn got mad because they met before. And at that, Paul even recognizes Brock's gym leader standard whenever he talks to him for some parts. So to me, I will still say Paul's the best rival in terms of interaction and growth. Yes, I would. Now, in terms of strength, I say Alon. He beat 10 Megas in a row and took on a legendary and beat an Elite 4 member. What can you say for the others? But going back to Paul though, I like Paul. He's my favorite rival, not just because like, oh, he was mean to Ash, but also he had a great development from freaking saying to Dawn, "Who are you?" to opening up to her, which is a good moment for both Paul and Dawn, which is why I think the shift happened. And at that, and not even just with Dawn, Barry too, because Barry's whole thing was like he didn't care about facing off Ash for real in the league. If he did, he wouldn't mind it. He wanted to prove to Paul, and that was the thing. With Gladion and Kioi though, they was just like, I wanna fight Ash, and I'm like, you guys can fight him outside the league. Kioi, especially you can fight him, and you literally fought him all the goddamn time. And Gladion, if you actually come to Melee, he can fight you. This is literally the Alone thing all over again, when everyone's all like, you can fight him outside the league though. And I kept saying like, yo, maybe he wants to fight him at the full potential. And I guess I could see that too. They just want to fight him in the full potential. But here's the thing, Ash always goes all out when he fights. The only time he like has to hold back is when he fights characters like Lily. Yeah, I'm like, hey, I don't care. She's a wuss. So to me, that's just like, really? Really? That's your motivation? Just because you want to fight Ash of all people? Really? Really? And I know I'm sounding kind of like a, but you always root for Alon though. Yes, I recognize that, and I will agree with you people. I felt like Alon fighting as Ash during the Team Flare arc could have been more satisfying or more interesting than in the league. That could have been a more interesting and more better way to handle Alon, because after he beat Ash, people hate Alon just because he beat Ash. But wait, when a band trainer beats Ash, people like hate that too. So I'm like, when are we ever gonna somehow these people dissing a character just because he beat Ash? So yeah, I'm sorry. this league overall to me has been banned in terms of character interactions, and that's only because this was rushed. Like, this has been a flimsy league with the 1v1s and the 2v2s and the 4v4s and finals, and I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting that bullshit at all. Does this mean if Ash wins, will I not be happy? I will be happy. I will be like, finally, he finally won a league. But look what he had to do to get there, though. He had to take on 1v1s, weaklings, a cheater, Hal, and a freaking flimsy ass, broken ass, legendary bullshit thing. And at that, he's not going in his full power. He's not using a full set team. He's just using four of the five, and even then, that still bothers me. If there's one thing I will give credit to, like, the league, at least Ash's bombs appearing, which is good. Although I still question why did she appear during Carlos, but I guess they were too busy with the Flare arc, and plus X and Y hated continuity. So with that said, let me know what you guys think of this episode. I feel like I wasn't still fucking a lot of stuff. I just been negative with this league. And to be fair, I've been negative with this league since after the Royale fight. The Royale fight was like an interesting concept. After that, though, it's just been bland and bad. And that's unfortunately what this league's been to me. Because honestly, this is not my favorite league, and nor this league's low. This league's extremely low. Even if Ash wins, it's still gonna be second to last to me. Because here's one thing the other leagues did. At least they had a 6v6 fight. At least we had a 6v6 round. Even though Cameron was an idiot for forgetting that. At least we had 6v6 rounds. So with that said, I'll see you guys anyways. I'll see you guys next time. My throat's freaking hurting right now. So yeah, with that said, take care everybody.